Hey guys, okay, we're going to talk about the laws of logic, and all these things are brief, that you can dig very deep into them. We'll provide scriptures and whatnot, but basically what we call the laws of logic are laws of thought, are basically rules or laws that govern not just the way that we ought to think in order to arrive at truth or to arrive at proper conclusions to operate in the world, but that the world itself is rational. It makes sense. It's one of the most common laws of logic would be the law of non-contradiction. And what we would assert as Christians is that this is based in the nature of God, that God cannot deny himself, and he cannot lie, he cannot change. And so this is the foundation for these laws. God is not physical. These laws of thought are not physical. And so there's a foundation for these things, and they arrive at truth, which presupposes a universe in which every fact is in a web of rationality. So you can link yourself to whatever fact in the universe through rational thought and conclusions, because the entire universe is God's and he governs it with his wisdom. Now, the Bible doesn't use the term laws of logic or anything like that. It uses wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and these types of phrases instead to refer to mathematics as well as logic. But that the Christian worldview can account for how there are these laws, and if you don't have the Christian worldview, ultimately you're going to succumb to irrationalities, because God is the foundation. The Christian God is the foundation of these laws. Now, the reason that there are errors in judgment, errors in reasoning, is because, as the Bible teaches, there's sin in the world. So sin affects our thinking. The Bible says that our mind and our conscience is defiled. The whole head is sick. The whole heart is faint. So it can affect your thinking processes. The lusts of the flesh and the pride of life and lust of the eyes. These things can affect your judgments, and they can affect your reasoning. So this is, again, part of the Christian worldview, is how to account for errors, how to account for mistakes in reasoning. But that the laws of logic themselves are dependent upon the Christian God, upon his mind. So again, the way the world operates is with this assumption, this presupposition that everything has to be reasonable. If you go to court, the evidence ought to reasonably match the accusations or the denial. I mean, everything has to be reasonably connected. You have to be able to link yourself to whatever fact that you are presenting or that you are trying to prove. Any argument, you have to link yourself to that through coherent reasoning. They have to connect or cohere. So there has to be a linking together of logical thought in order to arrive at truth. This is just the way the world is. And what we're saying is, it is this way because of what the Christian Bible teaches. And if you try to assert any other worldview in place of it, you can't bring these things together. So we're going to run through how that operates in the coming sessions as well. So, all right, let's stop there.